What's up, Curiosity crew? Today we're going to be doing an oil change on the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. I don't know the last time that the oil was done in this car, so I'm going to go ahead and do that before I take it to go and get some repairs from a nearby shop. So, funny thing, I already made an error on this. I went to AutoZone to get a 1995 Eclipse GSX oil filter, and I forgot that this is a 6-bolt conversion. So, I don't think those are going to work. I'll show you guys why. So I'm like 90% sure that this guy that's right there is the oil filter. Could be wrong, I'm gonna look it up, but if that's the case, like, the box itself isn't even that big, so might be taking a trip already to return this one and get the correct one. So I wasn't expecting this to happen this early, but my door handle just broke. It's a common thing on these. Okay, it's time to play the game of what size drain plug this is. Oh, almost got it first try. There we go. It is 17 millimeter. No, don't go away. Okay. Cap is off. Okay. Yeah, who knows when the last time this thing's been done. Oh, cracked loose okay though. Nice. Okay. You guys will be pleased to know that I put cardboard down. This is good because last time I did the Century oil, it spread everywhere. Ooh, that's not good. It almost feels like it's across the thing. It's weird. There we go. So, while that's draining, I have a funny fact for you. Went back to AutoZone and checked around for the other oil filter, which I thought was different. Turns out it's not. It's recommending the same oil size, just like an extended life one for some reason. But yeah, I didn't even realize that they were the same code, and they were, so kind of funny. So yeah, I was like getting ready to exchange one filter for an extended life filter, and the guy at the counter is like, dumb? And I'm like, yes, dumb. So, yeah, we just returned with the same oil filter, and we will see if that fits on here next. I'm doubting that it will, but, you know, with the truck, we've got bigger oil filters, and I've replaced it with smaller oil filters, and it's been fine. As long as it spins on there, it's okay. So we will find out. But yeah, we've just got the drain plug right there. Like I said, it's a 17mm. Nice and easy to access. And then over here, that's going to be our mystery. That's our oil filter. Just working it down to about 25 foot-pounds. And there we go. Oh my god. And my filter wrench isn't big enough. God damn it. Oh, it's actually coming off by hand. No way. That's wonderful. Here we go. And it's off. Plan is, if the new one doesn't fit, we'll just toss this old one back on there and take some photos of this one, figure out what the hell's on there. But, yeah. It just seems so much bigger. And you can see here it's a Wix filter. I've never heard of that. I know of Wix, the website builder. Didn't know they made, oil filters. It's not super rusty under here, which is super nice, very rare on these cars, but I do have quite a bit of gunk just kind of on the underside here. So I do know that the power steering pump failed, so I'm hoping that's all power steering fluid of some kind underneath there, but I don't know for sure, so we'll find out when we actually take this to the mechanic. I'm going to take it to actually a client of mine, Automotive Evolution in Golden. They've done a lot of work on my cars and just supported me a lot, so might as well. But it sounds like they're down to take on a project like this, which is rare in and of itself. Okay, that's pretty much done. Let's do a little size comparison here. So, this is the old one. This is the new one. They look way different. Let's give it a shot, though. Well, it's spinning on, which is good. Man, it just feels so weird, though, to have that on there. Oh yeah, you can see all this wiry mess down here. I think this is for the headlights or something, but man, it is nasty. Really want to get this to tuck up in some way. I don't want this to get caught, because I think there's some kind of sensor back here. Yeah, again, that's the difference. It just feels so wrong. But it's on there, so we'll fill her up and give her a shot. So here's the part that I'm really not too sure about. Well, the oil filter I'm feeling better about now, but the part that's confusing now is I'm getting mixed reviews online between 4.1 quarts and 4.7. So I'm going to start with the 4.1, check the oil level, and then we'll move to 4.7 if it seems low. I think I even saw a source that said just do the full 5 quarts, but god damn, we'll see. Alright, just confirmed that it is a 4.7. Pretty certain I got it bang on 4.7, so we'll give it a start up, take a look, see if anything's leaking. Well, I feel pretty good about that. I checked the dipstick and it's like right underneath the top mark essentially. So I think we're perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and move it back to its spot, and then we'll go ahead and get it over to the mechanic and figure out what else is wrong with it. Oh yeah, I'll be doing that on a different day, so cut to me doing that. Okay, we are heading out to Automotive Evolution in Golden. Hopefully this makes it. It's not that far of a drive. Let me actually pull up how far away it is. It's just a 12-minute drive, 4.9 miles, so I think we'll be okay. I feel better now that I got the oil changed. Kind of funny, I always bring my backpack with me on drives like this because I'm like, we might not make it, and then I would have to oh, I forgot to close the garage, and then we'd have to stop at like a coffee shop or something and wait for a tow truck. Don't know if it's brakes dragging or if it's some kind of wheel bearing going out, but that is definitely a sound. minimum gonna have Automotive Evolution take care of power steering pump, steering rack if it's needed, which I'm pretty sure it is, figure out what that grinding noise is back there, and then do timing belt. But I'm gonna be curious to see what else is wrong with it, so you guys will get a everything wrong with my Mitsubishi Eclipse video. This thing is driven in a long, long time. I think we've got some kind of boost leak actually. I can kind of hear it. Nice, so it's probably going to live out here in Golden for quite a while, so I think we're going to see how it does and see what the inspection comes back with. But these guys are awesome. Use them for a wide variety of different projects, so excited to see what they find. Okay, it is the end of the day, and probably about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours after dropping off the Eclipse this morning, I got a inspection result notice, so we're going to scroll through that together in real time, get my real-time reactions. But yeah, let me pull it up here. Yeah, it seemed like it had quite a lot on there to go over, so got my Pinot Grigio, per usual. It is not deep fried, don't worry. I actually brought Pinot Grigio and I was thinking about deep frying that. So first thing I'm gonna pull up is the inspection results. So, we have technician findings, lights, right reverse light is inoperable, washer system is not spraying on front or rear. Classic. Horn does not work. Classic. ABS coolant and SRS lights are on. Not surprising. Driver's exterior door handle is broken. I wonder who could have done that. No, they knew already. Reusable air filter is dirty, needs to be serviced. Requires at least 4 hours with vehicle here for proper drying time. I don't know about that. Vehicle pulls left with the alignment. I don't think they drove it, which I really don't blame them. Rear differential fluid level is extremely low, and what is left in the differential is extremely dark and burnt. Also found differential mounting bushings are torn, causing differential to move excessively. With vehicle running and using stethoscope, we can determine the right rear wheel bearing has failed, which is something that we were suspicious of, and it appears that the pinion bearings are failing, which would recommend removal of rear differential assembly to inspect for how much damage has been done due to low oil level. They did tell me in a text, they're like, hey, you might just need an entirely new differential, which I wouldn't be surprised. Axle seals, left rear axle seal leaking and needs to be replaced. Right front axle seal is leaking and will need to be replaced. Possible left front axle seal is seeping and may require a thorough decrease for re-inspection. Manual transmission fluid drain fill fluid replacement for the manual transmission is recommended because of the fluid condition. Transfer case fluid, exhaust. Recommend connecting wastegate blowdown tube into the exhaust so it does not blow hot exhaust into oil, cooler, hoses, and oil filter. Sure. But I wonder if that would make it sound worse. I'll have to ask them about that. Oil cooler O-ring appears to be leaking between the housing and cooler, and the rubber hose for coolant is leaking and extremely soft from exhaust blowing on it. Okay, that makes sense. Let's take a look here. So that's what's going on. It is a goddamn oil leak. I knew it. Alright, that's okay. All 4 sway bar links are worn and have significantly. I imagine that they have issues. Front tires are from 2018. They also have significant cracking and inner edge, recommending replacement of front tires. Rear tires are from 2020 and appear to be okay. I knew that when I bought it, though. Control arms, both left and right front control arm bushings are torn and will need replacement. Both rear lower control arm bushings are torn and need to be replaced with control arms. Client may have to source aftermarket upgrades. Yes, I'll be fine with that. Very limited on direct replacement options. That's fine. Left front CV axle boot is torn and axle needs to be replaced? Is that correct? Front brakes, I guess, are okay. There's the rear wheel bearing has failed again, ball joints, tie rod ends. Power steering. This is the main thing that I was curious about. Power steering pump reservoir empty. Confirmed vehicle has no power steering assist. Added fluid to the reservoir and ran the vehicle with the wheels off the ground. No power steering assist was restored after adding fluid. Not surprising. Noted evidence of leakage from the passenger side of the steering rack. The most likely cause is that the fluid ran low, causing the power steering pump to overheat and fail. Pump no longer operates as designed, and the steering rack will also need to be replaced due to the leak. So, I was correct in thinking that the power steering pump is dead completely, and that the steering rack needs to be replaced. So, cool. At least my intuition is kicking in as a DIY mechanic. Power steering fluid, well, yeah. We know that that's low. Clutch fluid shows rather high water content. Recommended clutch fluid system flush. I didn't know water content was a thing with clutches, but here we are. Valve cover gap. Okay, this one was insane. I did not expect this, and I don't know how there wasn't more oil leaking. So, valve cover gasket appears to be leaking. Removed upper timing valve cover to inspect for cam seal. Appears there is only the valve cover. So it didn't have the valve cover gasket. Good lord. Okay, and then, yeah, obviously we want the timing belt removed. Wow, rear brakes are okay. That's shocking. You're probably like, what in the world is this? Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the estimate. And I might run this through ChatGPT because it seemed like it was pretty expensive. But I'm curious to see if we're going to be beneath $5,000 on this. If we are, that's kind of good because that's what I was expecting, but I really doubt that we are. So let's go ahead and run this all through ChatGPT because there's a lot here. Oh, yeah, it's 10,735. Is that correct? See, now I'm going to go through and actually add up how much it actually is. Yep, looking like ChatGPT got it right. Yep, 10,000. Okay, so we're going to go through here and figure out what we want to do. I do want them to tackle the differential. I don't think that's going to be too bad to do on our own because it's just control arms and like ball joints. I'm going to decline that one for now. I'm going to approve the rack and pinion. And I'm going to approve the power steering pump. We'll approve the timing belt. We'll approve the wheel bearing. The exhaust pipe. I guess we might as well. I'm not going to care about the horn, tires, and alignment. I'm going to decline that for now because I'm going to do some research on different tires. Because I think I just want to get like all-season tires on these. You're on it right now. Definitely going to decline the reverse light. The washer system, I'm going to decline. Air filter, I'm definitely going to decline. Door handle, I'm declining. Right front axle. Shaft oil seal. I don't know. Whatever. We'll do it. Degrease, yeah, it does need that. Transmission fluid service. That's just a fluid swap. And then the valve cover gasket I'm going to do on my own because that'll be easy. And then I think, yeah, Mike and I have done clutch fluid system flushes before, so I'm going to decline that. Alignment. One thing that I'm surprised about here, they didn't mention anything about the suspension. We're going to pass on the sway bar link. I'm going to decline that. Alright, now we're down to 6,000. This is in a better position than where we were with the 10,000. Well, I think that's what we're going to roll with to get started. I don't know. We'll do the transmission fluid service, right? It's like, we might as well. Alright, let's review this again one final time. So we got remove and replace. So this is the differential. These are all the suspension stuff. This is the rack and pinion. Power steering pump. Timing belt. Wheel bearing. Fixing the exhaust. Declining the horn.
We don't want to get too horny.
I'm declining the tires because this seems a bit much for 2 tires. And I know that the alignment is there too, but I don't know. No. That's not worth it. Reverse light I'll do. Washer system, we'll figure that out. Air filter is easy to do. Door handle decline. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll stick with that. I don't know, I guess we could probably do the degreaser. It's only 60. Yeah, we'll let them, just so that way I know. But I don't know, we really just need to clean the entire underneath of that car, so I'm going to decline it. They're going to do transmission fluid service. And then this is the sway bar links that we're declining. Alignment we are declining. CV axle shaft. Clutch fluid service we're going to try to do on our own. And then valve cover gasket we're going to do on our own. So yeah, we're at 6,500. It's about 1,500 more than I would like to pay right now, but we're gonna go for it. Okay. Well, that'll be a good start. I think it's gonna get it to be pretty roadworthy at that level, but there's still gonna be a lot of work to do left on it. So again, this will be a good chunk of the work taken out. It's just gonna become so much better to drive. But yeah, there you have it. That is everything wrong with the Mitsubishi Eclipse at the moment. I think that's going to do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you watching. And as a reminder, I upload every single Sunday. And we will see you in the next one.